Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. The message I heard is for your business. The scripture comes from Ezekiel 7:15. Outside is the sword, inside are plague and famine. Those in the country will die by the sword. Those in the city will be devoured by famine and plague. Oh, so I feel like here's the message. For somebody, I just feel like it's a situation where you are being led to keep something quiet. Like, don't tell your business. Like, and there may be a situation where there are where either someone is trying to poke at you or they're trying to find it out. Regardless to if this is someone that may be asking you a bunch of questions or if this is someone that is trying to poke around and like snoop around. Like how some people will they'll stalk and harass, like they'll go through your social media, and some people know how to hack into computers and they know how to hack through emails and messages, text messages and stuff like that. There's some people that will go through your stuff. I just feel like God is saying that this is a situation where keep your business to yourself, because there's a situation like somebody wants to mess things up for you, like when it comes to your business, when it comes to whatever it is that you got going on. This is somebody, they don't want to see you improve. They don't want to see you do better. They don't want to see whatever it is that God is trying to bless you with, whatever it is God is going to bless you with. This is somebody that will make it harder for you. So it would be a lot easier. Okay. You're going to get it regardless, but it will be a lot easier if you would just not tell it. Okay. Like you don't have to. I just feel like it's a situation where you don't have to share anything. And in some cases, it's like what can you do? You know what I'm saying? If somebody is just relentless, there are people that are crazy like that, where they will literally try to sign into your accounts and they doing all this stuff. They going out their way to try to find all your business. God is saying, like, at some extent, it's just like you will be restless trying to, you know what I'm saying? But in reality, when God has something for you, you gonna receive it. But this is somebody that is trying to send a plague switch. Like, they are trying to do this. They want to fight with you. Outside is the sword, inside are plague and famine. This is somebody that not only are they trying to fight you tooth and nail to keep you from getting it, but they are also trying to make it to where it is impossible for you to get it. So when I see where the scripture says sword, this is battling, this is fighting. When the scripture says plague and famine, I feel like this could also be somebody that's trying to send they're trying to send curses, okay, word curses. So this could be somebody trying to figure out what you're doing. And if they figure out what you're doing, they can persuade you not to do that no more. Or they can convince you that it's a bad idea. Or they can convince you that it won't work out for you. And they can convince you all these things. And it could even be a situation where somebody just want to put curses up on you to keep it from happening. But God is saying it's not a situation where they can stop it. And I'm thinking about the time when I was traveling. Every time I got ready to travel, every time I got ready to do my little thing, regardless of what I was getting ready to do, there was something happening that could possibly prevent it from happening. And it was like, dang. But guess what? It still happened. So I just feel like I'm saying this to say, whatever it is, if God tell you that you're going to do something, if something is going to happen, if something is about to shake off, if it's meant and it's intended for you to make some kind of whatever it is, that whatever move that you're making, and it don't mean that you physically moving. It could be a situation where you are about to receive a blessing. God is saying that the blessing is going to come. Do not allow anybody to get into your mind and make you believe that it's not going to come and that it's not worth it to save for it. It's not worth it to do this, that, and the third. Like, I remember I was about to buy something last year. Had the money for it. And it was taking so long. And I allowed somebody to convince me that I should go ahead. Like like it don't look like it's coming. It's taking a long time. Are you sure? You really think it's coming? I don't think it's coming. I don't think that. I think this. I think that. I think the third. God said, "Do not allow nobody to talk you out of the blessings that He has for you. Don't do that. Just wait." Okay. And like if it's to that extent, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with being by yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with spending time by yourself. Like, I just feel like in this moment, this is a moment when you need to just be. You don't have to share everything. You don't have to tell everything, especially when it's something like, I just feel like this is something that's all your business anyway. So, and that's the message. Like, God is saying that this is a warning. If you go about it, and you like, don't go about it in a way where you are basically allowing the problems. You are allowing famine inside. You are allowing the plague. You are allowing the sword. You basically allowing someone to attack you physically, allowing someone to attack whatever it is physically. Allow someone, and like physically would be like somebody, you tell somebody that you waiting on a certain job, you tell them the business, you tell them who the boss is, you tell them where it's located, and you tell them all this information, and you waiting on them to give you your approval letter. And they go and they drive over there and they tell them that they don't need to hire you because this, that, and the third. Like, you are basically giving someone the right to physically interfere with what you got going on. And, mentally, it will be more so like, do you really think you need that job? I don't think you're really good at that job. You know what? I know what job you should do. I have an idea. You should do this job, not that job. And I just feel like it's just kind of like, this is a situation where, and it's really just you getting over it. You know what I'm saying? You just pushing through. And as somebody that this has happened to before as well, okay? I'll just being real. When God has something for you, you gonna do what He said. You know what I'm saying? You could even, it could even be a situation where you give up on that job and you decide to do the job that they talking about for a little while. Baby, God will circle back around and collect you and move you and put you to where He wants you to do. What He wants you will do what He said, and you will do it the way He said, and that's the end. It's not a situation where somebody is really going to be able to just overtake what God said and overstep that. Like, this is someone overstepping their boundaries. They not, like, it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? What God says is what He means. What He means is what He says. And we have free will, but we have free will to an extent. Just like I said, it could be a situation where you say, you know what, that does sound like a better job than the one that I got over here, or that I was offered, or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do that for a while. God will make it to where that job is no longer fun. That job will be miserable. That, like, you will literally feel as though you were better off doing the other job. But this is going to happen because God said what He said and He meant what He said. So for whoever this is for, like, it's a situation where, and even in sometimes it could be a situation where it may happen to you once. And because it happened to you before, and you know what it feel like, to you almost there, you almost had it, and you allow somebody to talk you out of it, and now you don't have it, and you have to go through, like, God will allow you to go through things. Just like I said with the job situation, God will allow you to go through it to where you start to realize, I'm tripping. It could be a situation with a relationship. God told you to leave that person alone. God told you they wasn't for you. You had to see for yourself. You had to go and see what they was talking about. You went, you saw, and you experienced something you did not want to experience. You went through things you didn't want to go through. And because of what you went through, you came out of that relationship with your wig on backwards. And you said, never again. That person, they could come back tapping at the door and calling you and trying to text you and saying, well, I miss you, and I'm lonely, and dot, 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 dot. You ain't trying to hear that because you remember what happened last time. So God said, if you remember what happened last time, some of you remember what happened last time. Okay, God is telling you why. Because you opened your mouth to somebody that did not want you to have that thing. And they came with the sword. Every time you had an opportunity to get it, they cut it down. And then they came with the famine and the plague, and they intercepted your mind anytime that they weren't able to physically cut it down, and they tried to use their manipulation tactics to cut it down. God said, don't listen to that demon and carry on and do what he said, and you get what you were supposed to get and keep on going. And that's the message. That's the message. That's the message. That's the message. God says when it comes to your business, it's your business. You ain't got to share it with everybody. It really ain't their business. It's your business. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.